the fellow who was interviewed, he said that this was obviously a demolition crew. Is there any other demolition experts who debate that? Or other,
no.
Around the world?
No. For that simple reason, then you wait till I say to yourself, if you're in the demolition business in the United States, you would never come out with such a statement. But he's Dutch. Well, talking about the question on the rear, can you hear me?
Yeah, Dr. Harrit, just some clarification about the diagonal cut.
Yeah.
I never heard that explanation. So can you give your response to that explanation again?
Which explanation?
That if the cleanup crew is cutting at a diagonal, would there be any reason for them to do that if they have a tall beam still, a tall column?
I don't know.
That they want to knock to one side?
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm saying that somebody has found it noteworthy that this is the observation. And these are the things which is being said about this picture.
Thank you, Dr. Harrit.
Yes, please.
So the inter-television interview with PBS and Larry Silverstein, was it simply, are you suggesting it was a slip of the tongue that he was talking about the fact that the building was burning and happened to mention that we decided to pull it and it was just a massive error on his part? Like, why would he say that on television?
I cannot read Mr. Silverstein's. What is the proper English pronunciation of hubris?
Okay.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. Maybe he had the purpose, maybe it was a slip of tongue. Maybe he thought that the game was over. I don't know. It is not. Yeah, okay, let's proceed. And I'll show you a few minutes of the video by David Chandler, because now we are talking about explosives. And before I round up this little section about explosives, I'll show David Chandler. Now we are widening the perspective to also cover the towers. And this is the North Tower exploding. He's taking a little sequence and looping it, showing it again and again. The point being that we should shift our attention to different aspects of what we're seeing. And well, he should speak for himself. He's a brilliant physics teacher, and I wish that I had him in school.
The starting point in science is observation. What you are seeing here is what happened in the North Tower of the World Trade Center, the second of 3 buildings to collapse on 9/11/2001. I use the word collapse, but words can be deceptive. What do you really see happening here? There's a tremendous amount of falling debris. But under the canopy of debris, do you see the rapid sequence of explosive ejections of material? Some of the jets have been clocked at over 100 miles per hour. I will call them explosions because it's hard to find other words that describe what we are seeing here. The explosions are not isolated and few. They are continuous and widespread, progressively down the faces of the building, keeping pace with the falling debris. Perhaps you can imagine a natural cause, but I can't. Notice that the explosions are occurring on multiple floors at once, over a wide zone, not in a floor-by-floor sequence that might be explained by pancake collapse. Notice there are explosions far below the point of collapse. Some are isolated and focused. These are often referred to as squibs and are commonly seen in controlled demolitions. However, this is not a standard controlled demolition. The building is being progressively destroyed from the top down by waves of explosions, creating a huge debris field. The destruction is in waves, not just in one wave. Most obvious is a rapid sequence of explosions near the visible corner of the building. But simultaneously, we can see another wave of explosions much further down the face of the building under the canopy of falling debris. Notice that both waves of explosions progress down the face of the building, nearly keeping pace with falling debris just a few feet away. Slabs of concrete did not fall to the ground and smash to dust. There is almost no concrete in the rubble pile. Notice that the concrete is being forcefully ejected outward from the sides of the building already pulverized to dust. Notice that embedded in the dust clouds are huge girders and entire sections of steel framing that are being hurled out of the building. The horizontal speed of some of the girders has been clocked at over 70 miles per hour. Some of these girders impale themselves in the sides of neighboring buildings. Some landed as much as 2 football fields away from the base of the tower. What could hurl heavy girders with such force and give them such speed? Some people have suggested that the weight of the tower crushing down on the girders caused them to flex, and they sprung sideways by a spring action. But we are not seeing isolated jumping girders. We're seeing a major fraction of the mass of the building, steel, concrete, office furniture, and the remains of human beings, reduced to small pieces of rubble and fine dust, and being explosively ejected in all directions. Bone fragments are found on the roofs of adjacent buildings. The bones were not crushed in the falling mass, or they would have been trapped in the debris pile. They were pulverized along with everything else and blown out in all directions. The NIST investigators have claimed that the top section of the building above the plane impact point came down like a pile driver, crushing the undamaged lower section of the building all the way to the ground. The top section of the building is, however, noticeably absent. There is nothing above the ring of explosions except for a fountain of debris. Can you see a pile driver? It does not appear that the building is being crushed by anything. The waves of destruction and explosive ejections of material are occurring over a wide zone that continues all the way to the top of what remains of the building. The scientists at NIST did not model the collapse of the towers. Their analysis was gravely flawed in many ways.
Okay, I'll stop here. And the new set of batteries? Can you hear me in the rear, please? Okay, very good. One.
There we
go. These are tremendous forces on work here. You're seeing steel beams being hurled upwards. And if somebody claims that this is a gravity-only collapse, I want them to explain how gravity, which goes downwards, can explain the steel beams. Like we're talking about not small pieces of iron, steel. We're talking about 2 to 30 tons being hurled through the air and going like a spike into other buildings across the street, 100 meters. Yes.
It's the insurance company that paid us $5.6 billion for that Silverstein.
Yeah.
Did they just go by that NIST report? And
They just went by that.
Where were they investigating?
Yeah, they just went by that.
Did they pay separately for the other building?
Yes. Well, I don't know really, but I can tell you a little story. Actually, because insurance companies, they reinsure their risks. They spread the risks to other insurance companies. So it's not one, there's one single company, but there are a whole range of insurance companies are pitching in on this risk. There was a Danish company, a relatively small company, called University of Copenhagen, which lost $100 million, which caused them into bankruptcy. They folded. And I had the opportunity actually to speak with one of the lawyers involved in this folding of this company. And I think, did it occur to anybody's mind to ask for, to put a question mark to actually what's going on? And he said no.